This is part 4 of the walkthrough for the 2016-17 SHSAT. We're doing Form A, Mathematics. Today we're doing 81 through 90. Again, if you do not have a copy of this test, go ahead and go to the description below this video. Click the link to my website. You can download or print the test out. Alright, let's get started with number 81. So we started with $44.50. We took off 10% and then we took off another 20%. So we have to subtract $4.45, which is $40.05. Then we have to subtract another 20% off of that. Right? So we can multiply this times 0.8, right? Because that's what's left over, the 20%. And we will get $40.05 times 0.8 is $32.04. So that would be. Okay, number 32. Alright, we've got, 82. Three choices, 1, 2, and 3 here. So for Q, 1 would be 1/3, and then we would have 1/9 and 1/27. Alright, so we want the least possible value, which means we need to multiply it by the biggest fraction, right? So we have 3 over 27 plus 2, and 3 over 27 is equal to 1/9. So we end up with 2 and 1/9, which is answer G. Alright, time for some more absolute value. Okay, 83. -6 minus a -5 is positive. So now we're at -1 plus 4 equals 3. 3 minus 11 is -8. Make it positive and make it negative again. Okay, so again, 3 minus 11 is -8. Absolute value makes it +8, but there's a negative sign outside the absolute value, which makes it negative again. So we have -5. And that is answer B. Okay, 84. We've got 1,000 cubic centimeters. There's 1,000 cubic millimeters. So we just multiply 1,000 times 1,000, and that gives you 1 million. I like that question. All right, 85. So we've got a radio station, plays our song 6 times a day. The songs are 5 minutes long. So how much time is there between 8 a.m. and 5 p.m.? Well, that's 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 9 hours. 60 minutes times 9 hours is 540 minutes. If you divide that by 5, you end up with, 108 minutes? And what? She gets 6 songs out of that, right? So how many times does 6 go into 108? 108 divided by 6 is going to be 18. So at any time she turns on the radio, she has a 1 out of 18 shot that her song will be playing. All right. Number 86. Set R contains everything from 10 to 125 and T from 82 to 74. So what is in R but not in T? That would be everything from 10 until 81. How many numbers are in 10 to 81? It's actually 72. Because you have to count that 0. So it's not 71, it's 72. Alright, Ryan has to read 150 pages. He read 20 already, so we're down to, 130 pages. 30 minutes for each 20 pages. So let's see here. He would read 40 pages in an hour, right? So we go 40, 80, 120. In 3 hours, there's 10 pages left. 10 pages you can do in a quarter of an hour. So we end up with C, 3 1/4. All right, geometry question. All right, so we need to find what? Y minus X. So Y is going to be 180, right, minus 45, which is 35 plus 90 is 135. Let's see what else we have here. So this angle is going to be 40. This angle is going to be 45, right? So that leaves us with 95 here. So we have 135 minus 95 equals 40. However, I screwed something up there. So I think it's right here where I screwed up. we have 180 minus 45. 0, 135. So y is 135. What happened over here? Ah, this is 180 minus 45 and 45, 85 equals 95. Your answer is G. Let me come back to that one in just a second here. Let's do it again. Someone, me, has made a mistake. Because the answer is G. So we know that y has to be, right, 180 here. Because it's a straight line, yes? So 180 minus 45 equals 5, 135. Okay? All right, now we have to find x. Yes? Ah, so if this is 95, then x is 85, right? Because it's the opposite side. That's where I screwed it up. So, y is 135, x is 85 equals 50. There's our answer, right? I found that this angle was 95, but we want this one, which is 85. Sorry about that. Let me just go through it one more time with you, okay? To find x, we know that this angle is 40. We know that this angle is 45. So this angle must be 95. And then the opposite of it, which is x, has to be 85. So 135 minus 85 is 50. Wow, sorry for the confusion on that one. All right, Joe begins at 2 p.m. to increase his speed. Every 30 seconds, it goes up by 1.5 miles. So for every minute, it goes up 3 miles. We want to go from 55 to 65.5, which is 10.5. So if we go 3 minutes, that's 9 miles. And we need another minute. No, we need another half a minute to go 1.5 miles. So that's going to be 3.5 miles. All right. Last question is probably the hardest question on the test. Okay, so we have to make this thing, x plus y equals 100, look just like this big nasty thing. Okay, so we need to separate our x and y. So we're going to start just rewriting the equation. xy plus xz equals 100. We're going to factor out an x over here. So we have x times y plus z equals 100. Okay, so now let's multiply each side by 3 to get our 3's in here. So we have x times 3y plus 3z equals 300. Now we need to do what? Divide by 5. So we have x over 5 times 3y plus 3z equals 60. Okay, now we're just missing this 10. So we're going to do x over 5 times 3y plus 3z plus 10 equals 60 plus 10 is 70. So now this is exactly the same as this guy. So what does it equal? It equals 70. Lots of steps to find that answer. All right, I hope that aided in your understanding. Part 5 will be coming out shortly.